Miami loses another player to the transfer portal, and there's also 2 players in the transfer portal that I think Miami should go get right now. What's up, guys? Welcome to NMDTV Canes all day. If you're rocking with you, then you know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. And big shout out to the membership of the channel, the Cane Gang. If you want to join the Cane Gang, get signed up today. Link in the pinned comments, custom emotes, exclusive content, and different perks like that. And also, I am on Instagram and TikTok. If you're on those platforms, feel free to check me out. But as I was starting to make this video, Gabby Arrudia tweeted this out. Miami tight end Riley Williams will enter the transfer portal. 247 Canes has learned the sophomore caught 7 passes for 115 yards in 2024. Most of us remember Riley from that big catch he made in the Virginia Tech game where Cam Ward was getting hit. Cam Ward threw a defender off of him, then pitched it to Riley Williams. Riley Williams gets to going, gets to chugging, leaps over a defender, holds on to the ball as he's hit around the 1, and then Miami would go on to defeat Virginia Tech to stay undefeated. We were undefeated at one point. That felt so good. But Riley Williams leaving was a shock to me. Now, if you look at these comments underneath the tweet, Justin here says, it's been rumored for a while. He's homesick. Go be great. And then Clint had the question that I had. Why? I thought Riley Williams, I actually liked the way that this man played football. I thought he was adequate at blocker. I thought he was good running after the catch, and I thought he could catch well. And no one knows what this offense is going to look like because of the loss of Cam Ward. But Shannon Dawson did show that if the tight ends are talented enough that they would rotate them in. I felt like all 3 of them got snaps, Arroyo, Williams, and Lofton. And then this season, it would be Williams and Lofton and our couple younger tight ends that we got out of high school. But Riley Williams decides to enter the transfer portal, and it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. Now, Elijah Lofton, this comes big because he's going to have to play a bigger role now. And Elijah Lofton is somebody who has done great catching, running the ball, doing it all. Elijah Lofton, it's time for you to take an even bigger step now that Riley Williams is gone. And I just want to talk about this for a split second. Why I hate losing players in the transfer portal. Because now, and I'm not saying this is the case, I'm not reporting this, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but this is what you have to worry about every time a player leaves. Riley Williams decides to leave, right? Well, what did I just mention? Well, now Elijah Lofton is going to have to step up even bigger. Well, now Elijah Lofton can say, hey, I see everybody getting a payday. I want to get paid. And if you tell me no, I can enter the transfer portal and you have no tight ends returning, basically. Not saying that he's going to do that, but I just want to put you guys on when a player decides to leave, you have to look at who's replacing them. And then thinking about what moves will, not them, but the people around them, what will they say to them? What will their agent say? Elijah Lofton is a kid that I think is going to be our number 1 tight end and one of our biggest playmakers next year, especially with all our wide receivers leaving. But Riley Williams has entered the transfer portal. News that just dropped today. Now, news from the last couple days of the transfer portal. There's a lot of information going in the transfer portal, and I don't always report or make a video about them all, but I want to talk about 2 players that are linked to Miami that has entered the transfer portal. First, defensive back Charles Brantley, 6 foot, 160-pound senior cornerback who is not only in the transfer portal, he has had his visit at Miami. He said that Miami's in his top 2. He likes Miami, but also in the article, he says he wants to make sure that he's not the only playmaker on defense. He wants to be a part of great defense. Paraphrasing there. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can get him. If you can get a Charles Brantley, you're adding a veteran that has played in the Power 4, that has produced in the Power 4. I would love for us to get him. Hell, the way our defense plays, I'm not going to be nitpicky on the defensive guys that we bring in, but I will tell you this. Charles Brantley is probably the #1 cornerback in this transfer portal, and there are a lot of schools going after him. It's going to be interesting to see if Miami can be the one to bring him in. And the next player that I wanted to talk about, surprise, surprise, another defensive player. Xavier Lucas has entered the transfer portal. Now, that name sounds familiar because he is from American heritage. 6'2", decided to play at Wisconsin, had 18 tackles, 2 deflected passes, an interception for Wisconsin last year. A freshman who played a lot for Wisconsin, who you can bring in and you can have him for a couple years. So just imagine if we were able to add Xavier Lucas, Charles Brantley to a secondary. After we added Poyser, we got OJ, and we got Damari Brown coming back off an injury. That would be a nice secondary, an upgraded secondary. Soon as Xavier Lucas hit the transfer portal, he was crystal balled to Miami. So I'm keeping my eyes on Xavier Lucas. Charles Brantley has already taken his visit to Miami. What do you guys think about the transfer portal so far? What do you think about Riley Williams leaving? Who, if you could go into the transfer portal and get, who would you get? Because right now I see 2 guys that I want on the Miami Hurricanes team very badly, in Brantley and Lucas. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm out. Peace.